Hi there, good morning to you. 8:43 now on Q13 News this morning. And there's a new book coming out this weekend that documents Seattle's history now and then. 244 stunning pictures that show our ever-changing city. And this morning I am joined by the authors of the book, Paul Dorpat and Jean Sherrard. Good morning to you both. A pleasure to have you here.
Good morning.
And Paul, you're also the curator of Seattle Now and Then. That's been featured, for 36 years every Sunday on the inside back page of the Seattle Times. That is absolutely amazing, and I really do love both of your work. I think it's fascinating to see, especially as quickly as our city's changing. Some of the images that were then now could have been, wow, I'm blowing my own mind. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, the city's changing so quickly.
Yeah, it's going fast. And one of the big changes that we see is when we walk down a street, and I think everyone in town has done this, and if you grew up here or if you lived here for a certain amount of time, you walk down a street and you just don't recognize it.
Yeah.
Where did that building go that I've known for the last 20 years?
Yeah.
So it's really quite shocking and stunning, and this is this book is, and the column that Paul's worked on is a response to how we chart those changes.
All right. We want to run through some of these images and just talk about it. So Alki Beach obviously has changed a lot. When was this picture taken?
Well, that would be the early 20th century,
Okay.
right around the turn of the century.
All right. So that's Alki Beach then. That's
There it
Alki
is now.
Beach now. What has changed? What's so marked there?
Well, if you look down the old picture, you see essentially a waterside dance hall. So it was a very popular location for people to go and gather and a sort of a community center. And the original photo was taken only a few years after they actually opened up and recreated Alki Beach so that it had sand instead of just rock and gravel and sort of the traditional. So that was the big change. And what we see today is they replaced that old wooden railing with concrete and sort of solidified everything.
Aqua Theater. This is something that doesn't really exist anymore, but this was a huge focal point for Seattle for a long, long time.
Big highlight.
There's a little bit of it there, as you'll see in
Yeah,
the now.
just a
bit,
portion of it, right? But tell us a little bit about Aqua Theater.
Gene,
I think
what
this is
about the Aqua
fascinating.
Theater?
Well, it's seated thousands, and it opened in 1950 around with Seafair actually. 2 weeks every summer throughout the 50s and going into the 60s, and they had a wonderful program called Aqua Follies. And Seattle, it was the hit. It was the hit of the town, and people would flock to the theater in the summertime to see these wonderful shows with the water between them and the stage. And today, that whole theater's been reduced down from what, Paul, 5,000 to maybe seats 500 today.
Yeah, just a
I
portion.
haven't counted them, Gene.
Okay, we have a couple more. I really want to get to the. Okay, so the Aurora Bridge. What is this shot here?
Well, you get to guess on that.
The before, it must have been the opening of the Aurora
Yes,
Bridge.
yes,
That was quite an architectural
Gene, you have a prize
feat,
for
right?
him, perhaps?
Oh, he
We'll
gets a
come up
book.
with a prize
We
later
got
on.
a book for Bill. No, this is just, we love this shot because this is the opening day of the Aurora Bridge, and if you look down, you see the crowds they were so thrilled to have this big bridge, this huge bridge extending now across, finishing up 99,
Right.
that they just filled the entire space from side to side, edge to edge, the entire length of the Aurora Bridge. It's one of our favorite shots.
Which way were they moving?
I don't know. I think they were,
You can trick him up
Paul.
if you
you got to work on it though.
You just knocked him for a loop.
We could do this all day. I love this. Seattle Now and Then goes on sale this Sunday. That is October 28th. There's a launch at Seattle Central Library, and that also happens to be Paul's 80th birthday.
You see my
Happy
first gift
birthday
here?
to you.
See my birthday gift I got here?
That's pretty swell,
Thank
I gotta say. Paul and Jean, thank you so much,
Thank you.
and keep up the good work.